In the west of Europe, among green hills veiled by morning mist, there once lived a people. They built no palaces nor towering walls. Their temples were the oak trees, their domes the sky itself. They spoke with the wind and took guidance from the stars. And they called themselves the Celts. The Celts were children of an age when humankind had not yet parted from nature. They breathed with the earth and spoke with the heavens. For the Celts, nature was not a god, but a friend. They believed every tree and every stone possessed a spirit. The druids, those wise priests, read the laws of the universe in the silence of the forest. Fire, water, earth, and air were not merely elements, but the four sacred pillars of life. And this people held the balance of nature as a sacred duty with every breath they took. Perhaps that is why the Celts never sought to conquer nature. They simply learned to live in harmony with it. The Celtic world was not only that of warriors, it was also the world of artists, poets, and craftsmen. They possessed unmatched mastery in metalwork, music, and the art of weaving. In Celtic villages, women and men stood shoulder to shoulder. Female warriors were honored equally with tribal chieftains. Each tribe was free, yet they knew how to stand together. The Celts were a people who understood that without unity, strength was meaningless. Their music was like the wind. It began nowhere and ended nowhere. But one day legions came from the south and saw those silent lands. The Roman Empire sought to reach the farthest west of Europe, and the Celtic lands would no longer be the home of peace, but of resistance. Celtic warriors painted their faces blue. It was a symbol of both their fearlessness and their oneness with nature. For them, war was a duty, but never a passion. They raised their swords not out of hatred, but out of the instinct to protect. Against the order of Rome stood the free spirit of the Celts, and that spirit could not be bound by any empire's chains. The Celtic sage sought wisdom not in books, but in the wind, the rain, and the stone. "Understand nature," he said, "for nature is the mirror of humankind." Even death was not an end for the Celts. The soul, like the seasons, was destined to be reborn. They knew that a seed must die before it can sprout, and that no dawn comes without the setting of the sun. Time passed. Rome fell, kingdoms rose, the world changed. But the stories of the Celts lived on in the wind. Today, if you listen to the wind whispering through a forest, you may hear a druid's prayer, a warrior's oath, a mother's plea. The Celts are gone, yet their spirit still lives. For the voice of nature never falls silent, and that voice reminds humankind of its true essence.